I feel extremely blessed to be part of a progressive faith community, and in my case, liberal, progressive Judaism. And as the name says, we think about faith and religion in a very progressive way, in a 21st century way. So we definitely lobby LGBTQI rights, and so trans rights are included in that. And for that reason, there is no such thing as discrimination or exclusion in our communities. However, some people are still not aware of the diversity of identities, specifically when it comes to gender. We've come a long way now with gay identities, I suppose, with sexual orientation, especially since equal marriage. But many people are not quite, they can't relate to the lived experience of trans people, I think. So rather than being malicious, there's just a lot of not knowing, a lot of lack of awareness, and perhaps sometimes ignorance. I find this question always interesting. When did you realize you were trans? It's also, I think, a lot of gay people get asked. So it feels a bit like there is some fairy dust that came down from the sky, and you woke up, you know, in the morning, you're like, oh my God, I'm trans. For me, being trans is not a destination. It's not just going from one to, in terms of, you know, oh, you know, I'm swapping genders, that kind of thing. Is actually finding my inner self, and that's a process. That's not just a physical transformation, it is also an emotional, spiritual transformation, and I think that's the beauty in itself. Faith is something inside, and the people that we have interviewed, that we have collected the stories from, talk about trans as a transformational spiritual experience rather than just a physical transformation. And I think that's not just interesting, but it's also important, and specifically for a day like Trans Day of Visibility, where we should celebrate ourselves and our backgrounds, our identities, and the many things we are.